Is that what the name of this song?
I believe it's called Country Good Time
Okay.
by Jazzy McJazzersons.
Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
I'm the Jazzy McJazzersons.
Nico DLG.
And you're listening to us on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
The Corey DLG.
No.
No?
Sister
The jazz
stations.
Oh, the sister stations.
And worldwide at
Had a stroke just then.
irlonestar.com.
Whoop, whoop.
You are listening to episode 44 of Nerd Thug Radio. Go to nerdthugradio.com to listen to all previous 43 episodes.
That's a lot of episodes, guys.
It is. 43 episodes, one
Yeah.
blog entry from Nico.
It's kind
One
of a
every
lot.
43.
It's one every 45, actually.
You're running a good stat there,
I
man.
know, like 2 weeks ago, I was like, dude, make something. You just don't listen. Like, you could care less about growing Nerd Thug Radio.
Yeah. Where's your love of Nerd Thug?
Nothing. He'd rather just play video games and continue his sinus infections.
What is going on? What's the story here? What am I missing?
I don't know. It's sinus infections, man.
Do you need the balloonoscopy?
I think so.
I was thinking about seeing if I'm eligible for that because I
You
feel
probably
like
are.
I feel like I'm a mouth breather. Like I want to breathe through my nose,
Your
but I
nose?
can't. So I feel like maybe if we balloon out my sinuses, I could breathe through my nose.
You do have a very small nose for that face of yours.
I don't.
Maybe it's hard for
Maybe
air to
it's
get.
accurate.
Maybe air's hard to get through there.
Which way do we just go with that?
I
Was
don't
that
know.
an insult or a
No,
compliment?
not at all.
Am I the Ashley Tisdale of the show? Like what's happening right now?
You know, speaking of noses,
Do I need a nose job?
Maisha Tate just had her little ridge fixed on her nose.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it. Go back to the ridge. Way sexier with the ridge.
You know what, girl?
Bring back the ridge.
Come see Corey DLG because Papa fix you up. I love me some Misha Tate.
So I
Love me some Misha Tate.
sent a text.
I believe it's Maisha Tate.
Yeah, I think so. Maisha Tate. I sent a text message barrage to you the other night to watch the Legion show.
Yeah, you did.
We were both kind of like, this could be good, this could be really bad. Don't know which one.
No, I was actually not excited about the show coming in because the commercials were very confusing.
Yeah.
They were trippy.
They were very trippy.
Something you can start on episode 1.
Right.
But we thought we had missed the...
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 weeks ago, but it turns out it
they're
was...
in the Super Bowl, they're like, oh, coming this Wednesday.
Right.
So perfect. We can watch it, talk about it as soon as it airs. So Legion is on FX Wednesday nights at 9, right?
Yeah,
9 to 10.
Later than I expected.
Right. It's on FX.
Well, 9 to 10. That's
Yeah,
It's
right?
in the 9 o'clock slot.
It's a weird slot.
So,
Yeah,
real
it's
quick.
really late.
Slot.
Real quick. Jorge DLG.
Are you okay?
What just happened?
I just had a stroke.
Okay.
Who's Legion?
So, in the comic books, he's it's sort of sad, really. He's the son of Charles Xavier.
Professor X, for those you don't know.
Right. The founder of the X-Men.
Founder.
And he's one of the most powerful mutants on the planet, but he unfortunately suffers from schizophrenia. And typically when he's portrayed in the comic books, each of his different personalities is able to access a different ability. Which means if he were ever mentally whole, he would have like 15 powers.
He'd be unstoppable.
So like every time they show him the different abilities, and someone's actually taken the time to the newer writers and editors have broken it down what
'cause he
personalities
just
have
had,
what powers and.
When they did Marvel Now, I think Legion had his own series.
Yeah, a very brief one, and also New Mutants. About 4 or 5 years back, he was like this weird half member of the team.
Half member.
And so like everything from like time travel to freezing stuff with his mind to telekinesis, telepathy.
Especially one of those guys, like, he can do anything.
He can do just about anything.
We'll change his personality every single
right,
time.
but literally each personality is in charge of one bit.
Craziness.
So at one point in the comic books, they quote unquote cured him, and he had this moment of clarity, and he believed that Magneto was the cause of all the problems. So he accessed all of his powers, and he time traveled back in time. He was going to kill Magneto. However, he accidentally kills Professor Xavier instead, his own father, which creates the Age of Apocalypse, which, as you know, is Nerd Thug Radio's favorite alternate reality in all of comic books. Favorite.
It's so good.
So Legion has kind of a special place in our hearts because without him we couldn't have Age of Apocalypse. But
Very
beyond
true.
that, he's kind of a weird cat.
So when the show came out, Aubrey Plaza's in it.
Right. It's a weird choice. First of all, it's a weird choice to do a Legion show.
Right. Like, I don't.
Of all the characters, you could do so many different. There are hundreds.
Legion's got any power imaginable. He
Right.
can do everything.
But there are literally hundreds of characters you could choose from to have a TV show about.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That you could do anything with. You could do one about the Guthries.
Captain Britain.
You could do one about Captain. I mean, there's just a million things you could do. Pete Wisdom, a mutant spy with hot knives from his fingers.
Like that.
I mean,
like that.
Please. I'm so glad that's recorded.
I know, right?
Like, I just want to see that like over and over and over, like as an internet meme. Like
yeah.
one of those like
Jump,
3
jump,
second
jump, jump,
vines.
jump, 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 jump. But yeah, no.
Knives. Lots
Um,
of knives.
So as I was watching the show,
What'd you think?
I was drinking some drinks while I was working.
I was drinking the drinks.
I was drinking some juice.
Some gin and juice.
As I was working on my new blog, which is at nerdthugradio.com, click on the blogs.
Oh.
Shout out Taylor Ann from Prohibition on Sundays in Houston. I featured her. And so I'm watching Logan, or not
Sounds
Logan,
fancy.
watching Legion. And it was just going everywhere, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all over the place.
it just, I could have seen if this maybe was like episode 2, but this being episode 1 and trying to like give this to the mass of people, like I think it was going to confuse everyone because it confused the crap out of me. So much to so is apparently it was an hour and a half, and I only watched the first hour and got mad and turned it off.
Right.
And there's 30 minutes of DLC
Right.
that I missed.
You did miss 30 minutes
It just,
of the show.
it was
Missed
too
a
much.
third of the show.
It was
Right.
too much, too fast, and
It-
too back and forth.
So here's problem number 1.
I'm gonna give it like 2 more episodes to see
Are
if I
you?
can stay with it.
I don't know. That
Well, I
I'm
mean, I
going to.
recorded it on my DVR, so I guess I have to. But
Do you know you can cancel those?
no, I don't want to.
Okay.
That's too much
So
effort.
I'll give it like episode 2 or 3 to see if it straightens itself out. But like it was just confusing to me.
So here's problem 1.
Alright.
Even at the very end of the episode, they still did a couple of like quick flashes that hint that maybe he's still in the mental hospital.
Okay.
So my first problem is they could tell a whole story and then halfway through go, oh, just kidding, never happened. And
Right.
that would make me incredibly
all in
angry
his
as a
mind.
viewer.
It's all in his mind.
I would be very unhappy as a viewer. The other thing is because they're using his schizophrenia as like a storytelling tool
Right.
to confuse the
Right.
audience, but try and keep the audience hooked about what's really happening.
Right.
Like it's the job of the audience and Legion together
To figure out what's
to
going
figure
on.
out what's going on, what's real and not real. Like the two of you are working together, and I don't like that. I don't want to have to work for this. Like I want you to tell me a cool story. I don't want to help you create an interactive show.
Right. And I just
I'm not rooting for a sports team here. Like
Right. Right.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't enjoy
I
it.
can't tell if it's like a drama, a thriller, or just
It's kind of
completely
everything.
out of there.
No, I will say this. The comment I made when we were talking pre-show here was that you saw one name over and over in the credits, Noah Hawley.
Yeah, he's the guy from Fargo, right?
He's the guy. I believe he did both seasons of Fargo, which were incredible hits on FX.
writer director.
They're great episodes. They're great stories. The second one has kind of a weird moment at the end with a UFO that just pops up.
Hello,
And-
UFO, Fargo.
Right.
Put him in the wood
They
chipper.
never really explain that. They just like it shows up in the middle of a shootout, and because of it, it saves the lives of the sheriff. Because like when it shows up, everyone stops shooting for a second, which gives the wounded sheriff time to reload, and then shoot the guy who's trying to kill him. But other than that,
To be
they
fair, I would
never
stop shooting if a UFO
Well,
showed
well,
up.
no, and I would too, except
I'd run.
in a television
Ain't
show that
nobody probing
that
me.
at that point had been completely based in reality.
It's,
Right.
it's just kind of a
You
It
throw
throwaway,
was
like,
such a bizarre break
throw
for
in a
like
crazy
8
element.
seconds. And you're like UFO, and we're back.
Right.
And you're just like, what? Wait, what just happened?
it was a distraction.
Right. And so like,
It's a trap.
I think what happens is he's done so good with 2 seasons of Fargo that while he like the show is incredibly, the visuals are amazing, and there's a deep story running through this clearly. So I feel like FX was like, we can see where this is going to be something to watch.
Right, right.
But I think they gave him too much freedom.
Yeah, I really just think that episode 1 was just too far out there and too sketchy that the normal viewer is going to not get what's going on.
Yeah, because it just sort of, I mean,
Bounces all over the place.
it really does. And by the end of it, you don't know what's real and not
It's-
real.
But I guess that's kind of like Legion.
Right. Like
It's
they're
just
trying to give you like
they stay true to him at least.
they're at least I get what they're trying to do, and they're telling you the story from his point of view,
Right, right.
which makes it hard to figure out what.
But like you don't really like. I guess it would be easier if the common viewer knew that who Legion was, that his multiple personalities create different powers, but also like he got inside the body of the chick. Like, what the heck are you talking about?
Well, and so
doesn't make any
yeah,
sense.
and honestly, you know,
what?
and honestly, it could go either way. Like, if Legion is a mutant, then there are other mutants, so therefore maybe she's a mutant and that's her power,
Right.
or it's his power and his power did it to them, or it didn't even really happen because
Right.
it's crazy. And so at the end of the episode, he gets rescued by this team of mutants from this government group, from this assuming government group,
Weapon X.
and he gets rescued by this group of mutants. But realistically, all the powers that they display are all powers that at different times Legion has had.
Right.
So to me, I don't actually know
If it actually
any of these
happened.
characters exist.
They're actually real or just
At the
parts
last
of him.
episode of
Right.
the show, he's just gonna like wake up in the psych ward. He's like bitter the whole time.
That's how they're gonna do Rick and Morty season 3. Just gonna start right in the middle of
It's
it.
all gonna be a figment of his imagination.
I
alternate
almost,
reality.
Here's my called shot for this.
Call
Here's my
shot. All right, we got a minute and a half.
Okay.
Corey DLG, call your shot on Legion.
So here's my called shot.
FX 9 to 10 Wednesday nights.
None of these other characters exist. All of these all of the X-Men type, these heroes,
Right.
the ones that we think are on his side right now,
Mutants, Weapon X.
these are all no. Stop saying Weapon X would be the government side.
You said they're government,
The people he's running from are the government.
but you said there was a government type group that saved him, right?
No, the people who captured him are a government type group. You
That's
gotta-
Weapon X.
Yeah, you're again 2/3.
So this is
here.
Weapon F.
Go wait in the other room.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
But so
you
basically,
don't fire me. I don't work in this van.
You, no
All right,
one
sorry.
works in the
All
van.
right, here we go.
So here's my called shot. None of the quote unquote X-Men are real.
You gotta do this like Babe Ruth.
None of
Point
the
and call.
quote unquote X-Men are real. And he really is a danger to society. So like we're gonna find out that the bad guys are the good guys, and Legion's the problem.
Legion's the bad guy.
Right.
That makes sense.
Well, that seems perfectly fair.
Well, you're
I
gonna
mean,
have to,
they're working so hard to get you to sympathize and see things from his point of view.
then they're gonna flip the script on you at the end.
Right. That by the end of it, you're gonna be like, no, of course he should murder everyone. And you're gonna be
Duh.
like,
Wait a
minute,
second.
Wait
I
a
just
minute.
justified that.
Machine gun preacher here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
a minute.
Hold on.
Well, tune in Wednesdays from 9 to 10 on FX to watch Legion.
Or don't,
or
because
just
it was
listen
a,
to this
it
show.
was a smorgasbord of crazy.
Or come back to us in about 10 weeks and we'll tell you exactly what happened.
Do we even know how long it is? Like, I think it's only like 6 or 7 episodes.
Six episode miniseries.
I think so.
Well, the good news is Iron Fist comes out on Netflix next month.
March 17th.
Here we go. We're going to take a break, though. When we come back, you're going to talk Nerd Thug Radio.